Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm talking about how to get prepared for a solar eclipse. There's a lot of hints, suggestions, and ideas just to get ready for a solar eclipse. So let's talk about it. Solar eclipses. We have a great alignment during the solar eclipse of kind of like the sun, the moon, earth, all in alignment. So it really brings in a lot of amazing energy for us, but it's kind of almost like a microwave energy, like it's going to zoom both sides of us. So the sun, of course, is our ego, and our moon is all of our emotions, and so those are going to be on high during this time frame. But I guarantee you, just because a solar eclipse happens doesn't mean that energy goes away right away. I know. We're going to talk about that and so much more. And actually, that alignment starts happening a few weeks in advance. Like everything starts getting in alignment to have this eclipse happen, this solar eclipse happen. So kind of solar eclipses are all about like new beginnings and new starts. And so it's really important to kind of get the right energy going in the right time frame. So usually I would say about 2 weeks prior to the solar eclipse coming. And sometimes it's first, sometimes it's second. Eclipses always come in sets. And so sometimes you'll have your solar eclipse first, then you'll have your lunar eclipse, and sometimes you'll have your lunar eclipse and then your solar eclipse. It doesn't matter. They always happen within about 2 weeks of each other, and they usually happen about twice a year. So really, solar eclipses are all about new beginnings, new starts, and what do you want to change about you? What do you want to change in your life? What do you want to change that you're doing that doesn't work? What do you want to change that you're doing doesn't really work for you? So let's talk about all of that. Kind of one of the things is, there's a lot of potential to change. It doesn't mean like you have to change. It's like you have a lot of potential. Kind of like the universe is kind of like, here, let's put you in this microwave. What do you want to change? How do you want to amplify this? And it really is going to put a lot of opportunities in front of us, but it could also put a lot of challenges if we don't set up this energy the right way. I will tell you that it's a great time to set intentions and manifest. What are your goals? What are those manifesting goals that you really want to focus in on during this time frame? Eclipses can be stronger for some people than others, and it really depends on what sign the eclipse is in, what sign it's not in, and where is that in your chart. So sometimes people are like, wow, that was a really strong eclipse, and someone else is going like, it wasn't a big deal. It's because of where it is on your chart. There could be some changes that you want to make in your life during or getting ready for your eclipse. So like I said, getting ready for some major changes and shifts always happen around eclipses. It's kind of changing, and I guarantee you there are a lot of changes that happen, and a lot of times I think it's kind of funny because I think the news sources kind of because we're always focused on the eclipse when it comes, it's kind of funny that they always have like new things coming out or news that's happening, and everybody's kind of like more looking at the eclipse than they are anything else. But it's like interesting, so they kind of hide it in the eclipse energy. And so that's really kind of helps us focus in on what have we been hiding that we thought we got rid of, but we really didn't get rid of, or maybe there's some things that we want to upgrade or change. And maybe it's things that we don't really deal with every day. It could be some like minor things that kind of come up that we're kind of like, okay, let's make that change. Being mindful of the changes and really keep in mind that this is a great time for personal growth and transformation. This is like a yes, let's do this. I will tell you that eclipses are really a very strong energy. It's a very cultural energy. Each culture kind of deals with the eclipse energy a little bit differently, or how are you going to do that? Now, I will tell you, there's kind of some guidelines with some of this. Getting ready ahead of time, like I said, about 2 weeks early is going to really help. When you are going to see the eclipse, order your stuff early. If you don't find your eclipse glasses, like literally I keep mine in stock. So it's one of those, I have several of them that I've had for a couple of years. They don't go bad. I just keep them off to the side and I use them several times. I've used them several times. So it's kind of like, yes. One of the other things is to avoid eating or drinking during an eclipse time frame, from the start of it to the end of it. And it's usually only maybe an hour, hour and 30 minutes. So it's not like terrible, but you don't want to sit there and be consuming a lot of food at the same time, because usually you should be in prayer or you should be just enjoying the view. One of the things to kind of take care of after an eclipse is kind of something important as well. It's a great time to take a salt tub or a salt shower, and it just really kind of helps clear off that energy. And you want to do it within about 24 hours of the eclipse coming to an end. That is going to really help clear off that energy. Sometimes the eclipses happen late at night, and so I'll do it the next morning, but I love doing those eclipses. So let's do some angel cards. So these are the first couple of them that are coming out. Kind of this one is Aries, and it's all about acting, making sure that you're getting the energy in the right order, making sure that things are coming the way you want them. And like I said, getting prepared is going to help you a lot. Preparing in advance, like I said, about 2 weeks in advance is perfect timing for us. Cancer, it's all about the immersion. This comes in really strong because this energy is modifying and changing things around us. And this eclipse energy doesn't just go away after it's finished. It's not like 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, the energy's gone. Literally, eclipse energy stays for months and months and months and months. And so you have an eclipse, and then you have, like, it starts to kind of like slowly die down, that energy. And then you have another eclipse. So we're never really 100% out of eclipse energy. We always have more eclipse energy coming. We always have more eclipse energy around us. My next card, this is Capricorn, and this is about achieving. Really think about what you want to achieve during this time frame. What is it that you want to improve? What else do you want to take care of? This is really kind of like getting your thinking in the right direction for you. The next card is Gemini, and this is about cross-pollination. And it's one of those, because you're amping up one area of your life, you may really want to amp up another area where you're kind of like, I didn't even think I wanted to amp that up. It's coming up because it's really important to do that at this time frame. One area is going to cross-pollinate into another. One of the other ones is Venus, and this is really about, it's called the Beloved card. But I will tell you, one of the things that's really important is eclipse energy can be a little negative. If you grew up in a very perfectionist household, or there was a really strong presence of like, we have to be a certain way, or we have to look a certain way, or whatever it is, sometimes eclipse energy can bring that up, and it can bring it up in a little bit of a harsh way where you're kind of like, this is not a good thing. And it's really asking you to kind of clear out a lot of that stuff. So be kind to yourself. If you're not, realize like, why am I not being kind to myself? What is it that's coming up around me that I really feel like I've got to make some changes and some upgrades, not only for me, but maybe even for your family as well. This is going to be a great one. I will tell you, this card is Aquarius, and this is all about collaborating. This is about coming together with other people. Sometimes I really include my team on my thinking about like, where do we want to be in 6 months or a year in our business? Where do we want to be? What is the changes that you want to see in the business? Or what are the changes that you want in your position right now? If you're doing this, is there something else that I could add to your plate that you would really enjoy better? Or take something off your plate and give it to someone else? So that's a great way to kind of like bring in the team together and kind of like upgrading everybody together. So we're kind of like goal setting, really with the eclipse energy in mind. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.